14,917 Americans have moved to Portugal, where premium healthcare is free, rent is 68% cheaper than in the US, and the wine flows like water. This is the Freedom Files, where we help Americans retire 5 to 10 years earlier and live healthier, richer, freer lives abroad. In this video, you'll learn the 3 visas Americans are scrambling for to retire in Portugal, and by the end, you'll know exactly which one fits your life, goals, and timeline. Let's set the scene. You wake up to ocean air in Lisbon, Porto, the Hawaii-like paradise of Madeira or the Azores, or the expat-friendly Faro. Your biggest decision of the day is choosing between red wine or white. This is the life for thousands of Americans who have chosen Portugal as their retirement destination. Why? Because the United States is becoming less livable by the year. I don't mean to harp on it, but healthcare costs are breaking bank accounts. Rental rates and mortgages have multiplied. Groceries somehow cost more and taste worse. And retirement is a moving target pushed further out every year. The stress of just existing has become a full-time job in the United States. Meanwhile, Portugal offers world-class healthcare under $2,000 per year, or free if you're a resident, a 61% cost of living discount from the United States, mild Mediterranean weather, and 300 days a year of sunshine. The 7th safest country worldwide with little crime and a whole lot of peace. And of course, food and wine that would make your local Whole Foods cry. If you've been to Portugal before, what was your favorite thing about the country? It's gotta be the food, right? Comment down below and let us know. But there is a catch. You can't just move to Portugal and expect to stay. Your valid US passport gets you 90 days in Portugal or 180 days maximum in a calendar year. Then you have to leave, unless you get a residency visa. And you have both free and premium options. So let's break down the 3 most popular legal pathways Americans are quietly using to call Portugal their new home. Let's start with a D8 digital nomad visa and work our way up to more applicable visas for your likely situation. If you're still earning income remotely, this visa is the best fit. Whether you're a freelancer, business owner, contractor, landlord, or corporate employee working from your laptop, this one's for you. The minimum income requirement is higher than the D7, which we'll talk about in a second, around 3,500 euros per month, which is about 4,000 US dollars. You'll also need to prove the source of that remote income, a lease in Portugal, health insurance, and a clean criminal record. There are 2 options. A 12-month D8 visa stay, which is renewable 4 times for a total of 4 years. But there's a catch. No spouse or dependents are allowed. This is a temporary solution. The other option is a long-term D8 visa, which sets you up for a 2-year residency renewable for 3 years. On the long-term permit, you can include your spouse and dependents, and you'd all be eligible for permanent residency or even citizenship in just 5 years. No renewals required. Plus, all 3 residency permits we discussed today grant you rights to both the education and healthcare system in Portugal, which are both free if you choose to use them. This long-term D8 visa is really ideal if you want to continue working but also build a legal home base in Europe and work your way toward citizenship. Okay, now let's discuss the visa that probably makes the most sense for traditional American retirees. But hold on, the most flexible visa is coming up next. So if you have passive income, think pensions, Social Security, rental income, annuities, dividends, or even savings, this D7 retirement visa is a simple, straightforward way to legally live in Portugal full-time. The minimum income requirement is just 900 euros per month, roughly 1,000 US dollars on the given day. Add a little more if you're bringing a spouse or dependent, but even then, it's extremely manageable. This is one of the lowest income requirements for residency in all of Europe. You can either prove that monthly income mentioned or roughly 30,000 US dollars in a savings account for a main applicant and your spouse, which most retirees qualify for. Once approved, you get temporary residency for 1 year, renewable for 2 years at a time. And after 5 years, you can apply for permanent residency or even Portuguese citizenship, which is one of the strongest passports and nationalities in the world. That means visa-free access to more than 180 countries and the ability to live, work, study, and get healthcare anywhere in the European Union. That's 27 states. To qualify, you'll need proof of that stable passive income or savings that we just talked about, a lease or property deed in Portugal, a Portuguese tax ID, and private or travel health insurance. And yes, the Freedom Files helps clients with all of this. We only take on about 5 new clients a week, but you can schedule a consult with our team to see if you qualify. All right, this final immigration option is for folks with capital to invest and a desire for maximum flexibility. I'll tell you in a moment how the Golden Visa wins on this metric. Unlike the D7 and D8 visas, the Golden Visa requires a financial investment rather than just proving income. There are several routes. 500,000 euros in an approved investment fund, and you have a lot of different options. 500,000 euros in a Portuguese business that creates 10 jobs, or 250,000 donation, not investment, to cultural heritage initiatives, and that's non-refundable. Regarding the investment options, you're able to withdraw your capital after 5 years. So essentially, you could earn Portuguese citizenship tax-free and make serious capital gains on your investment in that 5-year window. Sweet deal. If you're interested, the Freedom Files can help you sort through your options and invest the right way. The major appeal of this Golden Visa, though, is the minimal stay requirements. Remember I mentioned tax-free? You only need to spend 7 days per year in Portugal to maintain your residency and qualify for citizenship in 5 years, while the D7 and D8 visas require more than 6 months a year, and therefore mandatory tax residency in Portugal. The Golden Visa is perfect for someone who wants an EU citizenship option, but isn't quite ready to locate full-time. But you certainly can if you want to. After 5 years, you're eligible to apply for citizenship without ever becoming a tax resident if you don't want to pay taxes in Portugal. We often see this option used as a Plan B strategy, a backup residence, a stronger passport, or a diversification move for investors and entrepreneurs. Hey, I understand this desire. I have a diversified residency, investment, and citizenship stack myself. So whether you're living off passive income, still working remotely, or ready to deploy investment capital with minimal requirements, Portugal has the visa option for you. Now, let's talk about you for a second. Chances are you fall into one of 3 camps, and depending on which one feels like your reality, one visa will probably make more sense than the others. If you're retired or retiring, and you're living on your retirement income, then the D7 retirement visa is almost certainly your best bet. It's designed for folks just like you. And yes, we've helped dozens of Americans in their 50s and 60s use their, let's say, $5,000 pension to buy a cozy home in the Algarve and live better on less. If you're still working, maybe you're running a business from your laptop or working remotely as a contractor, the D8 Digital Nomad Visa gives you a legal home base in Portugal while you continue earning online. We just helped a freelance journalist from Austin, making around $8,000 a month, move to Lisbon. She easily qualified, and she now lives in a cute little apartment for a third of what she paid in the United States. Now, if you have investment capital, want maximum flexibility, or simply want a plan B, then the Golden Visa is a hands-off way to gain EU residency with just an annual vacation to Portugal. You invest, you visit a week a year, you get on the fast track to citizenship. If you're still not sure which option fits your exact situation, that's what our Freedom Consult is for. We walk you through it all step by step and create a personalized plan to help you live better abroad. Click the link in the description for more info. So, what's your next move? You can start by downloading our free guide, How to Retire in Portugal, linked below. Or you can check out all your options in our 162-page Retire Earlier and Live Better Abroad guide for free. It breaks down why Americans are fleeing the United States and where and how they're heading overseas. 14,000 Americans have already escaped the United States for Portugal. They didn't wait for things to get worse. They made a decision. So the only question now is, will you be next?